Guys, my name's Layla. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a video on respecting yourself before you love yourself. For a few reasons. First of all, self-respect is a bit easier and occasionally it can be more important. As far as self-respect being a bit easier, I feel like we show a lot of respect. And you don't even need to like someone to respect them, let alone love someone. You don't even need to like someone to show them respect. Say you have like an aunt or an uncle that you don't really like. You still treat them with respect. You're not going to mouth off to them. You're not going to call them names. You're not going to do any of that. So that's respect, talking wise and actions wise. And then there's a respect that's kind of like an admiration. And that's for someone who's like working hard or doing the thing or whatever. And you know you best. You know how much you did not want to get out of bed this morning. So start off by being like, respect. She got out of bed and she don't want to. Respect. She has a job. She's making her own money. Respect. She's going on a walk. Respect. She fed her cats today. Respect. She looked in the mirror today. Honestly, just start saying that for the little things. Respect. I respect that. I respect that that is an action. I respect that that's been done. I respect that that person did not want to do that or that it's been hard. Respect. And speak to yourself with respect. What we're not about to do is be like, respect. I got out of bed today. And then be like, well, that's the bare minimum. No, it's something you did. You did that. Nobody got you out of bed. You did that. Respect that. That's a lot. That is a lot some days. And we're not going to speak to ourselves poorly. If you looked in the mirror today and that's been hard for you, that's amazing. I have respect and admiration for you. What we're not about to do is look in the mirror for the first time in a long time and be like, I don't like what I see. It's like, no, respect. This body got me up. This body has been sick. This body has been on antibiotics. Maybe your body has gone through surgery. Your body's carrying you through it. This body is persevering even when it feels like my mind doesn't. I respect that. If you have chronic pain, I feel you. And just like not all of my body is in chronic pain. Respect. I respect that. So that's like internal respect. Next we're going to talk about physical respect and then actions. Because that's very important. Physical respect. I don't want to see you slumped down looking at the floor. There are plenty of different ways to start. I don't feel like it's realistic to ask you to start with a lot. I'm not asking you to start off like holding your head high, shoulders back, confidently walking everywhere you go. Maybe you can start really small. Maybe every time you look in the mirror, shoulders back, chin up. Maybe every time you walk into work, and you feel like you have to look down when somebody's talking to you, look up. You don't have to make that much eye contact. You're showing others that you respect yourself. And that's important. That's important because it affects the amount of respect you receive. And it will eventually make you respect yourself a bit more. Fake it till you make it does work with a lot of things. This is kind of one of them. Also with physical respect, don't, like I was talking about earlier, don't disrespect your body. Why are you mad? Because you have some extra adipose tissue, which is fat, but scientifically, you have extra adipose tissue. So what? Maybe you're bottom heavy. You have cellulite. So what? Your stomach houses all of your organs. If you have a little fupa, just because you have the ability to bring life into this world, you have cellulite. Oh my God. Oh no, her skin is not flat. However, we go on. Adipose tissue? We need some. That was a bit of a rant. Now we're going to come to self-respect actions. And these are the most important because this will lead you to self-love. So, self-respect actions. Walking away. If you're questioning whether or not to walk away, you should walk away. And maybe that's not even forever, but maybe that's just for right now. Maybe you're feeling disrespected right now. Set that boundary. If you set that boundary and it continues to get crossed, walk away. And this is where sometimes self-respect can be a bit more beneficial than self-love. Because self-love is great, but if you don't respect yourself enough to walk away from someone who's emotionally abusive, they will make it to where you don't love yourself and you don't respect yourself. That also includes going for things that you want to go for. It's self-respect. If you don't think that you have what it takes for that job, apply anyway. It's not like they're saying, oh no, you simply cannot apply because you don't have XYZ. So you might be exactly what they're looking for. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. Jobs know that they're never going to find the perfect person that fits every single one of their criteria. They know that. That is their perfect person that they are putting on the application. And you just might be as close to perfect as they can get. That is respect. Is going after what you want and setting clear, hard boundaries. And not just setting them. Setting boundaries can be a bit easier than maintaining them. Not to say that setting boundaries is easy. It's not. But deciding to walk away after your boundaries have been continually crossed, that's hard. If you love someone, if you've invested time into them, that's hard. And that takes self-respect because you deserve to be treated better. And that same thing goes to the way that you talk to yourself. You deserve to be treated better. Respect yourself. If your room is messy, don't go, oh, I'm such a slob. Well, where did that label come from? Your room is messy. There's no need to attach a label to that. That's disrespectful. Like when you're teaching a child how to apologize. If they go, oh, I'm sorry I did that to you and spoke to you that way. But also, blah, blah, blah. No, we tell them to cut that. Cut that last part. It's disrespectful. If a child is giving a compliment, so say you're like, respect, I did that today. Blah, 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 blah. But you didn't do this. No, cut that. That's disrespectful. And again, I'll remind you, you do not have to like someone to respect them. Self-love might come later. Self-liking might come later. But there's not a reason for respect to come later. We respect strangers. Strangers. We don't know those strangers. Maybe if we did know those strangers, we wouldn't like them. A lot of us wouldn't go out of our way to disrespect someone even if we didn't like them. So why put all that extra hatred, effort into yourself? If anyone deserves your respect, it's you. Yeah, you might not like yourself, you might not love yourself, but you're still there for yourself. Maybe involuntarily, maybe against your will. If you're going to respect anyone, why not you? Why not you? Oh, because I'm blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Does that make you any less worthy of respect? If you saw a friend or even a stranger say these things about themselves, would you show them any less respect? You are a human being too. You believe all human beings deserve respect until proven otherwise, or respect always, regardless. You are a human being too. Respect yourself. Words, posture, actions. Respect yourself. And that will lead you to self-love. Because how great does it feel when somebody respects us, truly respects us, and are encouraging about it too? It's like, oh my goodness, you are getting your master's right now. That's great. I respect that you're working hard. Oh my goodness, like it's been a really hard time for you, and I know how much you haven't wanted to get out of bed or wanted to breathe or anything like that, and you did, and you even did 5 minutes of homework. That's great. I respect that. That's amazing. Imagine somebody just came into your life and they respect what you do. They respect that you work hard. They respect that your version of art might not be their version of art, but you work hard for you. You're gonna fall in love with that person eventually. It's not hard. It's really not hard to fall in love with someone who respects you. It's not that hard. Because eventually self-respect can lead to self-acceptance. Self-acceptance can lead to self-love. Or maybe self-love can lead to self-acceptance. Or maybe you're already working on all of the three. Self-respect has to be there. It has to be there. Because we're not going to love ourselves every single moment of every day. On the days where we don't love ourselves, we got to respect ourselves enough not to relapse to old bad habits. And if we deny ourselves that craving, that puts more fuel in the self-respect bank. If you're watching this after you've already done that, maybe you texted your ex, that feels like a drug. Maybe you had a drink that you now regret, and you're watching this now. Respect that happened. It happened. You're trying again today. I respect that. Trying again is hard, especially when you might not believe in the cause, you might not believe in yourself, you might not believe what you're doing, but you're trying again. I respect that. You respect that too. And this is one of those things you gotta keep saying over and over and over to yourself. But one day you will believe it. And one day you will respect it. Or maybe you'll just find on day one that there is one thing out of all of the things that you said, I respect that. Maybe there's one thing that you do respect. Again, it's just easier. You don't have to start with the really, really hard stuff of like accepting your past, accepting your future, blah, 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 blah. Start with respect. Choose one of these habits. And I've given you a lot of like itty bitty micro things, like eye contact, like posture, like saying, I respect that, giving you like minute things to respect, like looking in the mirror, getting out of bed. Maybe you wiggled your fingers today because your body felt so heavy it was sinking into the bed, and instead of not moving, you wiggled your fingers. That's huge. So maybe you can find, I'm sure that you can, or if you can't today, eventually you'll find something about yourself that you can respect because you deserve to be respected. And yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, let me know. If you don't, I had fun making this one, so I might just make another one that's just like it anyway. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. Comment if you have any self-respect tips or self-respect stories. If you guys feel comfortable sharing them, I would love to hear them and like cheer you on. And I published a poetry book recently, so that will be linked down below. Good night.